Hello and welcome to today's book chat. So today I'm going to be talking about the novel Killer Me by Candace Osmond. Well, okay, we're not getting that clear, but there it is. There it is. All right, so just for transparency's sake, I do know Candace. I've met her once, and we're connected through some Facebook groups, and she offered me the ebook of her book in the hopes that she may garner some more reviews. So want to put that out there. But of course, the reviews that I give are always honest, always my true opinion, and yeah, so you can trust and rely on that. So Killer Me is kind of an Alice in Wonderland psychological thriller with a twist type of book. And so it doesn't follow the story of Alice in Wonderland, but it's very much inspired by and connected to it, I would say. So Alice Teller, the protagonist in the story, is a young woman who grew up in the foster care system without a mom and with never knowing her dad. And suddenly she starts hearing in the news about this serial killer in Vancouver, Canada, who is slitting women's throats. So right off the bat, if that's something that's going to throw you off, this may not be the book for you. But if you're used to thrillers, if you're used to something with a little blood, a little gore, then keep listening. So the thing that I loved the most about this book was kind of the core idea. It was a really interesting twist the way that the author worked in Alice in Wonderland, kind of worked in some of the intrigue there, some of the, I guess, lightness or joviality of the story and twisted into something that um, is pretty dark. I wish I had done this review sooner. I actually finished this book a month or so ago, but I was going through a lot of health problems at the time, and so just didn't sit down to get this done. But the thing that really sticks with me, and maybe in a sense it's almost better that I've done it later because it sticks so well, is the visual aspect of this story. The author did an amazing job of just creating the scenes, of seeing it. You could kind of feel and hear and sense the world around the characters. I've thought many times while reading the book that this would make a really cool movie, and I follow the author online, and so I've seen a couple posts hinting at something like that going on. So I don't know, but that would be exciting, and I think this story would be extremely captivating as a film. Um, so some things that were a little off for me. There were a couple of spots through the story where I guess I might not continuity, but there were things in the story that happened that didn't seem to line up with what had happened before and almost seemed like it was contradicting things that had happened previously in the story. And I don't want to go into deep details, but they did kind of throw me out of the story a couple of times. And I don't know if that's a case of the author making some changes or just something that was missed, or maybe even something I missed. But a couple times I went back a few times to make sure that I hadn't misunderstood something. So that did throw me off a little bit, but definitely not enough to hamper my enjoyment of the story. But as I said, always honest reviews, so I want to let people know that, if you come across that, it's there, but it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, I just really enjoyed this story, though. I enjoyed the visual. It was something that I kept coming back to. And some days I read longer than I intended to. So again, that's Killer Me by Candace Osmond. And just as a little warning, it does have some gore, it does have some violence, so if that's going to throw you off, stay away. But if it doesn't, I think this is a story you'll find really interesting. And again, the movie thing, like if you like a book that feels like a movie, this is one for you. And actually, if you head over to my website, charlenecarr.com, I'm going to embed or put a link to a trailer that the author came up for the book, which just emphasizes even more kind of the movie idea, and I think will get you really excited about reading it. So head over charlenecarr.com. You'll find some links to the book, to that video. And then also, if you want to sign up for my mailing list, you can and get the first two books in my women's fiction series for free. And I believe that the author Candace Osmond has a similar deal going on her site. So if you head over, I'll have links to her site there. You can head over there and get yourself some free swag. So yeah, I hope you enjoy and have a wonderful day.